Mustangs, welcome to this Tuesday edition of the Daily Update. I'm Hailey Capovilla. Let's get to the news. Jurors reach a verdict in the murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. That story tops today's Mustang Minute. Guilty on all 3 counts. Guilty of second and third degree murder and second degree manslaughter. That's what a Minneapolis, Minnesota jury decides after listening to 3 weeks of testimony. The jury heard from 45 witnesses and they decided unanimously to find Chauvin guilty of all 3 counts of murder and manslaughter. Many activists gathered outside the courthouse and more than 3,000 members of the Minnesota National Guard are on hand as the city remains on edge. Now the jury must decide punishment. Derek Chauvin could face up to 75 years in prison for all 3 counts. The judge overseeing the trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin says comments made by a California congresswoman could be grounds for an appeal. Over the weekend, Democrat Maxine Waters said protesters should stay on the street and get more confrontational if Chauvin is acquitted in the death of George Floyd. Republicans claim Waters is trying to incite violence. Judge Peter Cahill says her comments could give the defense a reason to appeal the verdict. Another deadly shooting, this one in Long Island. 1 person is dead and 2 others are injured after a shooter opened fire inside a manager's office at a grocery store. The suspect has been taken into custody after trying to flee the scene. Early reports say the man was either an employee or former employee of the Stop and Shop in West Hampstead, New York. About 200 people were in the store at the time. No word yet on what caused the shooting. A former law enforcement officer suspected of killing 3 people in Austin is now in custody. Police arrested Stephen Broderick Monday morning without incident, about 20 miles from the scene of the attack. Austin police say Broderick shot and killed 3 people on Sunday morning. 2 of the victims, Broderick's daughter and her boyfriend, were students at LA High School. The suspect's ex-wife is believed to be the 3rd victim. Court records indicate Broderick is a former Travis County Sheriff's detective and was charged with sexual assault of a child last year. Dallas police are trying to determine what led up to a deadly shooting in North Dallas Monday afternoon. SMU-TV's Jenny Rudolph joins us with the latest from the scene.
Dallas police fatally shoot a man armed with a replica handgun on Monday evening. The man attempted to rob 2 businesses before police arrived on the scene. He then ran across Interstate 635, which you can see behind me. This was all at about 5 p.m. during the peak of rush hour traffic. When the suspect pulled out a replica handgun, 3 officers fired at the suspect and at least 1 struck him. The man was immediately taken to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. The suspect's identity has not yet been revealed, but an image of the replica firearm, which police say looks like a revolver, will be released on Tuesday. We will continue to keep you updated as we learn more. For SMU-TV, I'm Jenny Rudolph.
Former Vice President Walter Mondale is dead. Mondale was the vice president to Jimmy Carter and later ran unsuccessfully for president. Mondale passed away at his home in Minneapolis, surrounded by family. The Democrat had a lifetime career in politics. Walter Mondale died at the age of 93. Things are starting to look different in the Lone Star State. It's been more than a month since Governor Abbott announced state mandates would be lifted and businesses could operate at full capacity. Here's SMU-TV's Hailey with more.
As Texas eases its restrictions, there haven't been reports of COVID surges across the state. I headed down to San Antonio to see how businesses are operating in a different city. Texas is back in business. As the state mandates and capacity limits are lifted, there's a new normal for the Lone Star State. And many people are taking the opportunity to choose how they run their business.
Being the fact that we've been kind of battling this for a year, we just thought it was the right time to go 100% as far as, we can still keep the protocols in place to keep people safe, but still operate at 100%.
However, some businesses are still staying cautious as they continue to open their doors.
You know, you can't just flip a switch and you're ready to rock and roll. So we wanted to still take care of people at a great level of service, and that's why we decided not to go full 100%.
But one thing these businesses have in common is keeping their staff and customers safe.
We're doing temperature checks at the door. We have hand sanitizer available. Anytime you want to get up and order at the bar, use the restroom, we ask that our patrons put on their mask.
We're still spending the money on taking our own temperatures, and we're also using gloves and wearing masks as employees.
Businesses are finding a sense of hope now that they have the option to operate at 100%.
We've been kind of battling financially, struggling for a year, so there's definitely time for us to try to take advantage of being able to operate fully.
Since Texas lifted its restrictions, businesses are creating more job opportunities.
Yeah, we've added to our team since we're having more influx of business, so it's created a couple more jobs, which is good.
For SMU-TV, I'm Hailey Minnick.
So far, Hailey says San Antonio health officials have reported more than 213,000 COVID cases and more than 3,300 deaths in Bexar County. And that's your Mustang Minute.
You're my best buddy and I'm your best buddy, right? Everyone deserves a great friend, and I think it's just a really good opportunity to meet like these wonderful people that just have like the purest of hearts.
Best Buddies is a nonprofit that partners with the intellectually disabled community to promote personal development. Our program is all about other people. Our students don't really get as much out of it as the people that are involved with it.
For more information, visit facebook.com/SMU-BestBuddies.
It's time to put away your sunglasses because for the next few days, the sky is getting cloudy. Tuesday will be sunny but cool with highs in the low 60s and lows in the low 40s. Wednesday will stay a little bit chilly with highs in the mid 60s and lows in the high 40s. Temperatures start to rise on Thursday with highs in the low 70s and lows in the low 60s. Be sure to bring out your umbrellas on Friday. Expect some thunderstorms with highs in the low 70s and lows around 60. On Saturday, the Texas heat is back with a punch. Highs will be in the high 70s and lows in the mid 50s. Sounds like there's weather for everyone's preferences this week. Enjoy the cold temperatures before the scorching heat is back. That's your 5-day forecast for SMU TV. I'm Hailey Capovilla.
I was so excited to join SMU Style because it's really encompasses everything that I love. It's lifestyle, beauty, fashion, kind of all in one.
SMU Style has provided us with an abundance of opportunities to meet people around Dallas as well as new people on campus. I'm personally a journalism major, and I love the way that SMU Style allows for me to write about the things I'm passionate about, like culture, arts, food, and fashion around the Dallas community.
I think the best part about being on SMU Style is being able to network with retailers in the Dallas community, as well as build a portfolio that you can use for future careers.
For more information, visit www.smustyle.com.
The COVID-19 vaccine is now getting home delivered. Meals on Wheels has partnered with the city of Dallas to get the isolated and vulnerable members of the city vaccinated. Dallas Fire Rescue paramedics are applying the Moderna doses. About 300 people have already requested to get in-home vaccinations. The program expects to give out the first round of doses between this and next week. Well, that's all we have for you today, Mustangs. Remember, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/SMU Television and follow us on Twitter at SMU-TV. If you have any story ideas, shoot us an email, smutv@smu.edu. Thanks for watching this Tuesday edition of the Daily Update. Tune in Wednesday for Real Talk with Martha Mills. Until then, have a great day and pony up.
SMU-TV and the Division of Journalism want to thank our underwriters, North Park Center in Dallas, Javier's Gourmet Mexicano on Cole Avenue, and Advance ER off West Lovers Lane. We appreciate your support of student media.